Hey, hello everybody.
Hi.
Today is what?
Wednesday, January the 5th.
No, it's not. We crossed on the 4th. Into the 5th. And today's the 6th.
Ah.
Yeah, today's the 6th.
Welcome to retirement.
So anyway, yeah, we left at 3 o'clock on Tuesday the 4th. And it took about an hour or so to get outside of the... Hey!
I guess
We gotta start it.
Where's Molly? Okay, let's start it.
Okay, so let's do this again. Today is Wednesday. No, it's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Thursday. No, it's Wednesday the 6th.
That's what I thought. Wednesday.
Yeah. So we did our crossing, and I'm not under any illusion that we had it rough. We did not.
Oh.
We've seen testimony and we've seen videos of some people whose lives were in danger. Ours was not. We had a good weather window, and it took about an hour or so to get out past the islands. What's the name of that island?
Dog Island.
Dog Island. That's a place where a lot of people anchor out to get to stage to leave from, but we just left from the marina. So we got about 20 miles in before the sunset, and the sunset was amazing. It lasted about an hour and a half. And one of the amazing things is you could not tell the difference between the sky and the water for a period of time. It was all just a purple haze, and it was kind of mesmerizing, kind of, I don't know, what is it when you can't get your balance? I don't know, it was just kind of deceiving, and it looked like it was real dense fog, but it was a completely clear sky. It's hard to explain. It was phenomenal. And then the sunset, and the water was so perfect, and the stars came out, and it was just amazing.
So many stars.
It was.
Very, very pretty. No light pollution. Just everything I thought it was going to be. In fact, I was really surprised that there were as many stars that we don't normally see.
Yeah,
we
were reminiscing about when we were kids laying in the cul-de-sac looking up at stars, and it was that kind of night. It was just amazing. So we got out there. The first 80 miles or so was pretty good. So we left at 3 p.m. and about midnight we realized, man, we still got 10 hours.
Yeah,
you know,
we'd already gone through a whole pot of coffee and some snacks.
And then it started to get some waves, and the waves were coming in behind us. So we were only going about 9 miles an hour, and the waves were about 6 seconds apart. So what would happen, about every 6 seconds, our boat would get lifted up, and then it would come down into the swells, and then it would get lifted up. So for probably...
The waves came from behind.
Right.
Really
it would lift us up and then kind of drop us down
Yeah.
into the valley of the wave, and then it would pick us up. So every 6 seconds, we lost our steering. And we would be off course, and we'd have to reset our course to get straight back on line. And that just went on forever.
Yeah.
And the rest of the crossing, it wasn't rough. I'm not trying to say that we had it bad. We did not. But it was just, it's something that you're fine for a little while, but when it extends out over that period of time, here's the best way you could describe it is, let's say you got to drive all the way across the state of Kansas from east to west in a 1975 F-250 on the shoulder with a flat tire at night with no headlights. That's about what it was like. It just went on and on and on.
It was not that
It wasn't that bad?
No.
It seemed like it to me.
No.
So anyway, we had our buddy boats.
I kind of felt like it was a little bit like surfing, you know, that like the waves would kind of catch you and kind of take the boat along with you, and then it would drop you off, and it would all start over again.
So we had two buddy boats. We had the Blessing, which was Doug and Jane, and they had their relatives with them, Tom and Regina, and then we had Scott and Meredith on Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt led the way. We just got in behind them, and we were all spaced out a mile apart, and it just went perfect. We got here and we got pulled in, and we were so exhausted that we basically got something to eat and went to bed.
So I think we should talk about the fishing fiasco.
The fishing, it really wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it didn't last very long.
No, it didn't. So I've been planning on this. First time I get out in the Gulf or out in the big water, I'm going to drop me a line out there and just drag it. And I'm going to catch me something. I'm going to catch it. I don't know what. But anyway, so I ordered a really good rod and reel. The reel's got a line counter on it, and and some real expensive line, and I had some lures, but I don't really know what to fish with because I'm not a saltwater fisherman. So right before we left, I go into the bait shop and I asked the guy, I said, hey, if you could have one lure that you could stick out there and just pull it till you catch something, what would that be? Well, he picks that, he goes over there and pulls this lure off the shelf. It's like a $30 lure. It's about this long, red and white, beautiful. You saw it in the picture. So anyway, I tie my old Okie from the Muskogee knot on there, like I'm going pond fishing, and I'm ready to go. And we're going out across there about 9 miles an hour. I told Shelly, I said, I'm gonna take the wheel, I'm going to go put this thing out and see what happens. So I drop it in there, and it's gone because we're going 9 miles an hour. And I'm in about 10 seconds, it's 150 feet out there. So I hit the line lock, and when I did, it just, the knot came undone, and that was the end of my fishing. The lure was gone, $30 down the drain.
Yeah, no leader wire.
Yeah, no. So I thought,
so
well,
we're gonna go over tying fishing knots.
It would have been fine had it been regular fishing line, but this is that nylon stuff, so I don't know.
But we needed to add a leader wire anyway at the beginning of it, but that's okay. So we didn't really fish.
Didn't really fish. So mechanically, we did good. We do have a diesel line leak. And I did call a mechanic, and he came over here and pulled the line. He has to take the line to a hose shop, and they've got to reclamp it and put a new end on it. He'll bring it back, have it ready to go tomorrow. And so that's a good thing. It's going to cost us several $100, but in light of the expenses involved in mechanical work, that's nothing. That's like changing a filter.
Right.
So we're excited about that. So hey, we have to talk about the crab pots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we expected to run into them about 20 miles out. And we didn't calculate right. It was really about 30 miles out. So we were an hour or two, we were really probably 2 hours early to the first crab pot field. And just by chance, Thunderbolt turned on their spotlight and saw one. And they're white, and they're about this big. So we all back it down to idle speed, and we're looking for these things. And my spotlight's not working. It worked last time I used it, so now we don't have a spotlight. But I do have a handheld, and Shelly got up on the bow, on the front there, and just was shining a light like some Huckleberry Finn thing. I don't know. Just looking for these stupid crab pots out in the middle of the ocean, and as long as they were white, they were okay. And we thought, well, we're fine. We can see these things. They're just like glowing in the dark. And then we see one that's painted blue.
Yeah, there's
it's
blue
about
ones and green ones, and
and the white ones I guess
green.
The white ones are new.
Right.
They haven't got the mold on them yet, or the moss, or this whatever.
Well, I think different
barnacles.
companies make them different.
But the white ones
have
have really good buoyancy, and they're sitting on top of the water.
Right.
They're actually floating.
Yeah.
The blue ones that are about this big must be waterlogged because they're 3/4 of it is under the water. All you see is the top of it. So when you got 3 or 4 foot waves, you can't see these damn things.
Anyway,
you just pretty much have to just stop. And it's like she's looking for booby traps for World War II mines or something.
That's about what it was.
But we worked our way through that, and we saw crab pots all the way. There's one in the channel right there. All the way in, we saw them. We had it really good. We had it made. The first part of it was just beautiful, and the second part, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, it was probably a 2. We're under no illusions that we experienced some traumatic event.
No.
But there is a feeling when you get out there when you're 90 miles from shore. I mean, let's just say everything's going good, you're within your weather window, but you know that there's a bad storm coming in 24 hours. Well, what if you lose an engine? What if you break down? And you're 90 miles from shore. Now the clock is ticking. How are you going to be able to get somebody out there to help you? And if they do come out there and now the storm's coming, are they going to tow you in a bad storm? It's just a bad situation. There's an element of danger that you cannot control, and you just take a leap of faith and you go and hope that it works out, and you do your best to prepare.
And the dogs did really well.
Yep,
I was
they did.
really surprised. I was so worried about them, that they need to go to the bathroom.
Shelly was down here spooning Molly in the floor.
I was trying to calm them down. I did lay on the floor with the dogs for a while.
And JoJo she gets in front of me up against the wall, and I put my feet on her like she's a footrest, and I hold her in place. So what do you think?
I think it's time for you to turn.
You ready to do this all night?
No, I am really excited though.
I feel like I have never driven a boat before. I'm all nervous. And I shouldn't be.
Well, luckily you're
Just
not having to
another-
try to park right now, so
I'll be exhausted in the
just
morning.
can't run aground again.
Well, I still think we're suffering the effects of that. Okay.